Hello everybody and welcome to another pickups video. In this one we'll be doing my pickups for the last couple months, and I believe it's been 6 months, 7 months. No, because the last one was in June, so that's it. Okay, it's October, September, August, July, so it's all about 5 months, 4 months, whatever. You'll be seeing this on November 1st. And yeah, but with that said, ladies and gentlemen, how about we get into the pickups? And yeah, not a lot. I thought there'd be more, but there's not. There's only a couple, but there is a variety. I know that. But with that said, how about we get into it? And first up, we're going to be starting out with the books. And the newest book to my collection is Metro 2033. Now, I found out about this series through the games. I love the games. I'm trying to beat Exodus right now, but man, I just love the environment and the characters and Artyom, if you played the game Artyom. And man, can't wait to read the books. Don't know how many books are there. There's 3 to my knowledge, but there could be more. And I can't wait to dive in. Then after that, I think we'll do... I think we'll do the games, yeah. Okay, so first one up, we got Birthday Present. Really enjoying this game, but I need to, focus on my current slate of games that I have piling up. And that's just games releasing this year. But this one has been a beautiful side game to play whenever I have the free time. RoboCop, Rogue City. This game is so fun. I mean, just put it on the easiest difficulty and you just blast through people. It's still difficult in some cases, especially when you need to take on another robot or whatever. But man, so fun. Reminds me so much of the movie. And yeah, definitely can't wait to go back to this. Then after that, we got Dragon Ball. I'll be dragging my balls across your face when I show you this, because we got Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, a spiritual successor to the Budokai Tenkaichi series, and holy shit, it did not miss a step. I love the gameplay. I love just the feeling of it. One thing though, number one, holy fucking shit. One thing needs to be thrown out there. The enemies in here are not tough. They just fucking spam moves. They spam special moves. And that's honestly bullshit. I kind of wish it was just like you fighting them instead of like, oh, I gotta get away. Oh, I gotta dodge the special attack. Because they do it like 50 fucking times during your guys' match. And yeah, and I've been able to overcome that with the Kamehameha like 50 times, so that's alright. But then, I kind of wish the Dragon Ball series, as of late, video game series, would, create a new story, with Goku, with the characters. Because I know Dragon Ball Z Kakarot retreaded like a story that was told, but no, now you're playing it. It's like, yeah, that's cool and the gameplay is fun, but come on. And then this one is just retelling events. Kind of wish it would just, tell something new. And the style in which they say it is, I don't know, it's a mixed bag. I kind of like it because it's like an anime, it's like a visual novel, and then it throws you into the action. But then I kind of wish it was like fully like mo-capped cutscenes, if that makes any sense. But it's fun to play. That's definitely, that's a definite. It's fun to play, and it reminds me so much of Budokai Tenkaichi. But I kind of wish it. I'm taking a break from it right now, and I kind of don't. Like, I don't see myself like, oh, I need to get back to it right now. I was like, no, I need to focus on my games that are currently on my slate. But it's still fun. And you'll definitely enjoy it if you're a Dragon Ball fan. Haven't played online though, but definitely will try to. Or maybe not. I don't know. I've kind of peeled away from online games. Lately. But then after that, ladies and gentlemen, I got this game last year around this time, but now we got it on physical. And thank you, Limited Run. Thank you, Remedy, for releasing this on physical. Because I love physical, and I will always collect physical or digital. Now, if there's a good deal, no shit, I'm going to pick up the digital version. Speaking of, before this one, I also got Hi-Fi Rush. It was $20 on PSN, and every time I've seen it for $20, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll pick that up. I'll pick that up next week. And then I check and it's $30 again. I'm like, okay, if I don't pick this up now, it will not be in my collection. And I got it. I did hear that Limited Run is doing a physical print of it. Don't know how true that is because I've only seen it in like their upcoming promotion. So it must mean it's happening, but when? I don't know. Probably won't pick that up. I'll probably just pick up a case for it. But anyway, moving on to the next game. And I'm so happy this got a physical and not just left as a digital. We got Alan Wake 2, baby. The deluxe edition. So I get the expansions with this. And that's a plus. And man, really loving the story in here. But holy fucking shit. This just really opened my eyes to like... the first one will always be better than the second one just due to the length of it, because the first one is 6 chapters and they work perfectly. Because in here, you need to like fucking go back and forth so many times because, oh, you don't have this, so you gotta go back there and get it. And it's like, okay, I mean, I guess. And like it holds my interest through, but sometimes it's like, oh my fucking god, I can't stand this, or I can't find out where to go. And sometimes it gets annoying, but fuck, dude, like, Jesus, like, kind of keep it, I don't know, to like 10 hours instead of however many hours this is. I'm enjoying the story, and the world's interesting, and I really like the addition of another character in Saga Anderson. But, man, the one thing kind of pissing me off about the game is the whole, like, oh, well, you can't get there, so you gotta go over here. Like, it's like, I just came from there. What are you fucking talking about? But, hey, it's here. It's Alan Wake 2. Never thought we would get a sequel to this, but we do, and I'm enjoying it. But nothing will compare to the first, because the first did everything that this did first. And yeah, and also another thing, kind of wish they gave Alan and Saga like a melee weapon that you can use against the shadow people. That's what I call them. Like a light tube that doesn't break, of course, or whatever. But hey, I generally run away if I'm feeling overwhelmed. But yeah, Alan Wake 2. We have it on physical, and I don't care if the game releases a physical a year later after being released digitally. I will always get the physical to show my love for physical media. Because if you buy a digital, like I did, and I knew I did, you don't really have it, because they can, revoke it, or something can happen to your account to where they take it away. And why would you want that as a worry in your collection? To where if you have it physically, you can always pop it in and play it. And yeah. And then the last game of the pickups. Really enjoying this. I'm going to try to beat it before Halloween, which is actually tomorrow. I'm recording this on the 30th. And yeah, well, I mean, I'm recording this on the 30th, and hopefully I'll finish it before Halloween, which is tomorrow. But you're seeing this on Friday. But what game is it? It's a game I played on the PS2 when I was younger, but I got too fucking scared because I was a little kiddo. Silent Hill 2. Really enjoying this. Enjoy the, gameplay improvements they made. It feels like The Last of Us in the movement and the combat. Can't walk onto your enemies though, but that's alright, I've figured out how to dodge and attack enemies, but if I feel overwhelmed, same thing with Alan Wake, I'll just fucking leave because I don't want to die, especially in here, because holy shit, this game kind of pisses you off when you're facing enemies or whatever, or you die, especially with the save system. Because, last night I was playing, I'm like, okay, well, I saved, and then I'll just save at the next point. And then it's like, now you're taking on 3 fucking double vages and a nurse. It's like, fuck that, dude. And then you die, it's like, great, now I have to fucking retread through that hour I played. And yay, fucking yay, And, yeah. But really enjoying the world and really enjoying the story. And the best part is I don't know the ending. So I'm gonna find out what happens to James and Mary. So we will be seeing what will be happening tomorrow or tonight. Actually tonight, because I played Alan Wake 2 last night. So yeah, look out for that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on to the movies. Actually, we'll actually take a side tour and actually show off my newest vinyls. One of them I got for my birthday, and the other I got for, just for myself for my birthday. And first one up will be, the birthday one. My brother got me this. Thank you, brother. And he also got me that player in the background, that vinyl player, which I love. It looks so lovely on my dresser, and plus it's a nice statue display as well. But what vinyl did he get me? He got Eminem, Curtain Call 2. Really, the only track I really like on here, because all the others are just, repeats, is, where are we? Is it on here? I think it is. Okay, well, I guess it's not on here. But, yeah, one of his newest tracks, I forget what the song's called, but yeah, definitely, happy I have the vinyl, and yeah, I'll be collecting vinyl selectively. It just depends on who the artist is, and yeah. But yeah, real good. And after that, we got Metallica. The Black Album remastered, and one of my favorite tracks. I really enjoy Metallica, but same thing. I have to be in the mood, and if you hear that, that's a launch. Launch is going off. And yeah, but really love Metallica. They're one of my favorite bands. But same thing with Alter Bridge. I need to be in the mood to listen to them. Then, after that, we're moving on to the movies. Okay, first one up. Don't know if I showed this before, but we got Enter the Dragon, Bruce Lee. Been falling in love with old style Japanese karate movies or fighting movies, and Bruce Lee is definitely on my top list to collect all of his movies, but when they come to 4K. I know Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon is on 4K, I believe, and whatever other titles of his I'll definitely be collecting. And after that, we got the Nick Frost and Simon Pegg collection, as I like to call it, with Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead, and World's End. This is all their classic movies. Of course, besides Paul, can't forget about Paul. I haven't seen that movie. and I don't think I'll ever will. I haven't seen World's End though, but I've seen Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz are two of my favorite movies of all time. And yeah, definitely wanted to pick this up over just singular collecting. And yeah, but super happy to have this. Just need a slipcover for it now. We got some more movies, and these are my latest movies. And the first one up is a movie I think I've only seen bits and pieces of, but The Departed, and this will be added to movies I want to finish in my collection. Not by the end of the year, because we only have like 2 months left, but it definitely will be added to next year's pile. And yeah, and then whatever Black Friday titles I get. And after that, we got Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Really enjoyed this one. And Chris Hemsworth, he kills it in here as does it say? Furiosa is snatched from the green place of many mothers and ends up on the hands of a great biker horde led by the warlord Dementus. He's great as Dementus. And yeah, this definitely turned me around on Chris Hemsworth. Because holy shit, I'm tired of Marvel movies besides Spider-Man and Avengers. But fuck, dude, that I watched Thor, God of Thunder, or whatever, Thor, Love and Thunder. Wanted to just walk out of the theater after seeing that, but you know, my dad wanted to see it, so I took him to see it. And yeah, but this definitely turned my eyes around on Chris Hemsworth, and yeah, definitely want to get the Steelbook. So if you have the Steelbook or want to get rid of it or whatever, definitely hit me up, or let me know where I can find the Steelbook. Then we're going down to South Park. Gonna have ourselves a time in South Park. Bigger, louder, uncut. A bigger, longer, uncut. Haven't seen this in like 15 years. But man, I love myself some South Park. And I really hope that after South Park is done, you know, with all their series making, I really hope they just have a 4K box set of all the seasons. Please, or on Blu-ray. I really don't mind. But, yeah, I would much rather have the entire series on 4K. But I don't know when the series will end. But yeah, can't wait to rewatch this one. Then, after this one, I, especially when I heard that they were remaking it into a musical, I'm like, I'm not seeing that one because no one can make, remake a classic like this, and that is Mean Girls. Got the Burn Book slipcover. I love the slipcover and the different case too, because not only is the slipcover case pink, but the case is pink, and it's beautiful. Haven't rewatched it yet. Haven't seen this movie in years, but definitely can't wait to rewatch it. Then after that, we got my latest edition. Oh, actually, hold up. Speaking of movies, after that, we got Nightmare on Elm Street on 4K. The reason I picked it up is because it's one of my favorite slasher movies of all time. Robert Englund does a fantastic job as Freddy Krueger, and with each 4K release, if they release the rest of the series on 4K, guess what? I'm going to get it. I'm going to be trying to switch out the slipcover and the case of this, because that's Freddy from Chapter 3. And, yeah, this is the first one, not the third one. And, yeah. So, only problem, but that's just based on me. But super happy this got a 4K. And, yeah. And, also, side note, I'm super happy that 7 is coming to 4K. Have you seen, the reports on Groove and stuff? 7 is coming to 4K. And the next year, it's rumored that Fight Club is coming to 4K, and oh man, Fight Club is one of my favorite movies of all time. And if you haven't seen it, watch it. all I'm gonna say. And then, finally, coming up next, it'll be our final movie of today, of the pickups, and we won't be doing it for another 6 or 4 months. Trick or Treat. This one totally caught me off guard, because, I don't know, I just never thought it would come to 4K, but now it's here. It's on 4K, and I can't wait to check it out. I saw this last year, because last year, something I like to do throughout October each month, or each year, is check out horror movies I have not seen, whether that be YouTube shorts, or not YouTube shorts, but, short horror movies, or, something on a streaming service that I have not seen. And last year I checked this out. No, it's not. Where'd it go? Oh, right there. But check this out, and man, I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I'm really hoping that all the classics that I've seen on Blu-ray or just have a Blu-ray come to 4K. Really hope all the horror classics come to 4K in the future. And we've seemed to get that because I have Hellraiser on 4K. I have all the Halloween movies I like on 4K. And we got The Ring on 4K, and we're getting, hopefully we get the rest of the Elm Street collection on 4K. And yeah, hopefully all the movies I have in my Blu-ray collection come to 4K. Please, industry, please put them on 4K, and I will buy it. I will buy it. And yeah, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that has been another pickups video. Really hope you did enjoy. If you did, you know what to do. And if you didn't, get out of here. And also, let me know which titles you would recommend me looking out for on vinyl, book, or whatever. And with that said, have a good day. Bye-bye. And happy November. Yeah.